Hello everyone, welcome back to Studio 21. I'm your host Angelina.
And I'm Emily. We got in store for you all some gossip on John Cena, a great date night restaurant near downtown, and a performance by Inoha, so stay tuned.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Gossip Guru. I'm Angelina.
And I'm Emily. My first story centers on an interesting development in a former professional wrestler's life.
Is it about Dave Bautista, Knock at the Cabin? I heard he was great in it.
No, it's a little more niche than that. Recently on Twitter, pictures leaked of John Cena wearing a, quote, e-girl outfit.
Sorry, what? Okay, interesting.
He's honestly such an interesting guy. He speaks surprisingly good Mandarin, which spawned the ever-present Bing chilling meme. He's also a K-pop stan, and he's a big fan of My Hero Academia.
Okay.
Academia?
Wow, that's very interesting. I didn't know that he had so many layers to him.
He's had to apologize for creating Twitter discourse. He's a K-pop bias, and he likes anime. It all brings up the question, is John Cena just a chronically online teenager?
That is, in fact, a very valid question. While we're on the topic, I have something I've been wanting to talk about.
Oh?
Emily. Oh, how innocent you are. You have not known my torment. It's been months, maybe years, but I am finally ready to admit it. I have a Siwa's problem. I'm sorry. Just as Odysseus, I am a many-turning woman, and as I look back upon my loathsome journey, I recognize every error I have made when I return home and I look in my mirrors, the very ones I have missed for decades. I cannot recognize the face reflected in them. It is really changing for the better if there's no better in me in the first place. I have failed every fiber of my being, but perhaps it was not there to fail in the first place. I must make myself of sterner moral stock as I burn away my mortal sins and ascend. I have uttered or forsaken God's name again and again, and now I reject that divinity. As a mortal, it is oftentimes too easy to cling to immoral visages that have shrouded themselves for too long. Do you hear me? This is my formal declaration. I reject you, Jojo Siwa, and with these words, I kill you, once and for all.
Okay. I guess that's all we have today. I'm Emily.
And I'm Angelina. We'll see-na you next time. No.
Operator, my hands all over the wheel. Red hot, a real motivator. Snake caps licking my heels. Mama's all night thinking I'll never stay alive. Papa's always thinking that they're gonna pull me back inside. You keep on chasing just as fast as you can, but you can't catch me. I'm a Cadillac man. Oh yeah. I'm a Cadillac man. The clock keeps a ticking, I'm loose in the neighborhood. Midnight, pulse rate clipping, won't slow down even if I could. Father John praying that the word will set me free. Sister Mary knowing this could be the end for me. Keep on chasing just as fast as you can, but you can't catch me, I'm a Cadillac man. I'm a Cadillac man. That's right, man. You know I'm on the loose. A race on by on a Saturday night with nothing left to lose.
there, and welcome back to Studio 21. We've got an interview here with Inoha, a band that we'll get to see performing later on. So my first question is, you guys could just go ahead and go down the line, introduce yourselves, just your name and what you do in the band.
Yeah, of course, thank you. My name's Keanu, I'm the lead singer.
My name is Ricky. I'm the drummer.
My name is Chris. I am the bass player.
I'm Gavin. I play guitar.
Awesome, thank y'all so much. So Inoha, that name, we've been hearing it all over the place. Tell us a little bit about what that means and like where the inspiration for that came from.
Yeah, of course. Well, Inoha is not really so much of a deep name. It's an acronym for In Need of Her Affection. And we just thought it rolled off the tongue. We thought it sounded cool. And that's basically where the band name kind of came from.
Okay.
So
I like that. I've also heard that one of your newest releases, Alucarda, has done extremely well. Can you tell us a little bit about this song and what your reactions were to this positive feedback?
yes, it was so amazing to see all like the amazing support that Alucarda's gotten. It's gotten over 40K streams right now at this moment, and you know it's the first song that we've ever released. So to see all the support and everything, it's so amazing and everything.
That's really awesome. And then my last question for you guys before we get to the performance is just for anyone watching or any fans, are there any upcoming news or gigs that you want to share?
Yeah, of course. So first of all, if you want to find that news, you're going to go to our Instagram account. That's at Inoha_band. And some upcoming news, we actually have a new song that's going to come out soon. It's called Bullet Boy, February 25th. And we also have a show on March 3rd. Sorry, and that's going to be at Tandem Coffee.
Awesome. Well, we'll be sure to mark our calendars for both of those. Thank you all so much for joining us today. We can't wait to see this performance. But first, we're going to take a look at this beautiful, sustainable, and healthy restaurant that would be the perfect date night outing.
Hello, I am here with Chef Elizabeth Johnson. She's health conscious and she employs a natural philosophy that food is medicine, serving up a primarily plant-based menu at Farm Table in Southtown, San Antonio. Her menu is inspired by a fusion of the East, West, and Mesoamerican diets, along with San Antonio heritage foods using local seasonal produce. And now on to some questions. Okay, so you were voted best patio for brunch, which we are sitting out at the patio right now. What are some of the most popular brunch dishes on your menu?
We have some very popular brunch dishes. Our sweet potato waffles, which are gluten-free and dairy-free, are something that we can't take off the menu. People riot in the streets. When there was a point where I tried to take them off the menu, bad idea.
Unacceptable.
So unacceptable. So we sweet potatoes are actually an ingredient here in San Antonio and in the Texas region that are in season almost all year long. People don't think about it, about tubers and root vegetables, but specifically sweet potatoes, which are actually part of the morning glory family, and things like beets and radishes grow really well here in San Antonio and the surrounding areas. So you're going to see sweet potatoes on our menu almost all year long.
Cool. Can you please explain the Mediterranean inspiration behind a lot of your dishes? And is this because the Mediterranean diet often uses fresh and sustainable ingredients that are plant forward?
So the Mediterranean diet is definitely an inspiration for Farm Table by way of the blue zones. So if you have or have not heard of the blue zones, it was a really seminal piece of research that was done by National Geographic, where they went around the world and they studied areas where people statistically live to be 100 years old,
older.
but thriving.
Okay.
Okay, so it doesn't, so this is where people are living into their 90s and beyond, and they are active and they are healthy and they do not need medication, and they are not riddled with a lot of the issues that we see here in our U.S. Diet and population. And so that piece of research is really based on the Mediterranean diet. And the Mediterranean diet, for all practical purposes, means lots of plants, legumes, whole grains, and people being naturally active, really. Small amounts of red wine, and very healthful oils like olive oil.
I did not know all of that. Thank you. Okay. And which menu item is your favorite?
Oh my gosh. People ask me that all the time. That's what, you know what, it's like asking you, somebody, which is your favorite child?
Yeah.
So it's very hard for me to answer that question. But it really depends on the time of day.
Okay.
And it depends on the mood that I'm in.
Okay, right this second. What is the favorite
Right
thing?
this
If you could
second,
have
it's going to be
anything.
the Spice Route beets.
Okay, that was one of the things I looked
Yeah.
at, and I was like,
Yeah.
I love beets. That seems very interesting. Okay.
Yes.
Is it spicy or?
Not really. There's a little bit of spice from the Urfa chili,
Okay.
which is actually a Berber chili.
Okay.
We get all of our spices from a company that is a single origin spice company. And so what that means is that our dollars that we use to purchase our spices
Okay.
are supporting families.
That's awesome.
Like often like really small communities that are trying to keep traditions alive. In the, for instance, we have Palestinian za'atar.
So the za'atar, you also have a fish taco. Am I right saying
yes, yes. So
that? Is
we
that
have
the same ingredient?
It is.
Okay.
It is. So our salmon is going to be. We found that there's this crazy synergy between the beautiful fats in salmon
Okay.
and the za'atar.
Oh,
Because of the sesame seed and the
Okay.
sumac, and then the flowering hyssop, which is actually a wild thyme.
And last question. Where do you see the future of your restaurant going? Do you like where you are? You want to expand, or anything like, you know?
Well, it is incredibly all-consuming
Okay.
to have just this one restaurant. But my dream would be for there to be farm tables in other parts of the United States,
Okay.
and even in other parts of Texas.
Okay.
And our customers tell us this all the time, so we hear it on a daily basis.
Yeah.
That they really like the unique combination
Okay.
of foods and cooking techniques, and of course the mission
I've never heard anything
to
like it.
heal people with food and to heal the planet. And so I'm hoping that we can access more markets.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Release Date. My name is Daphne Tet.
And I'm Zane Clow.
Here is a game you've got to know about. Nickelodeon, with the help of Purple Lamp and THQ Nordic, has brought us SpongeBob SquarePants: The Cosmic Shake. The platform game was released on January 31st for the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 4, Windows, and Xbox One.
SpongeBob and Patrick have brought a bottle of magic bubble soap, but these bubbles start causing trouble when mysterious portals appear and suck up the citizens of Bikini Bottom. Now it's up to SpongeBob, with the help of his balloonified best friend, to jump, glide, and karate kick his way through different wish worlds to save his friends.
I have a lot to say about this game, and the first thing is, holy barnacles, this game is beautiful. The graphics and animation are top-notch, which I guess is to be expected from a game based on a cartoon. The colors pop out at you in a way that very few games can do. The writing and music are something straight out of a SpongeBob episode, and the game features the same voice cast as the show, so you know it's going to be great. There are also oodles of SpongeBob references. You'll find some of the classics such as the Krusty Krab pizza, Rock Bottom, and chocolate! I wish we played the audio for these trailers, because you'd be hearing Jellyfish Jam right now. Lastly, can I just say how cute Balloon Patrick is? I'm going to cry just thinking about him. If you love SpongeBob, you're definitely going to love this game. But that's enough from me. What about you?
I was a huge SpongeBob fan as a kid, and even now, when I see an episode on TV, I'll watch it and have a good time. I remember playing some SpongeBob games when I was younger, and I've seen and heard good things about this one. It looks like a fun time, and I might just have to check it out.
The game is only $40 and can last from 5 to 10 hours, so if you're looking for a quick game with a decent price, I'd suggest picking it up.
Now, our second game exists on the very opposite end of the tonal spectrum, and just celebrated its 10th anniversary a few days ago. I'm talking about the cult classic game Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
Metal Gear Rising was originally released on February 19, 2013. The game is a spin-off of Metal Gear Solid 4: Guns of the Patriots and is chronologically the last installment in the Metal Gear franchise. The game is a style, action, and hack and slash that, though not initially, in the past year or two, has gained massive popularity due to internet memes and jokes, primarily about the main antagonist, Senator Armstrong.
This was the first Metal Gear game I played, and of the 9 games, it's one of 3 that can be played with little to no prior knowledge of the series. I would, of course, recommend playing all the previous games because I sincerely believe that it is the greatest story ever told in gaming, and 3 of my favorite games ever are all Metal Gear games. This game, however, is still great. The gameplay is so smooth and full of momentum that you never want to put it down. Hitting any of the attack buttons in any order will pull off some kind of cool-looking, brutal combo to both make you, the player, feel cool, as well as never breaking the game's breakneck speed. This goes for traversal as well. Hitting the run button moves you at super speed and allows you to traverse any terrain without any additional inputs that would slow you down. The game's boss battles, though hit or miss, are full of incredible spectacle and have my favorite boss themes in gaming. The game's story is also one of the best in gaming. Raiden is a very compelling main character, more so if you've played the other games he's in. Seeing him slowly form his own individual identity is one of the great joys of playing the series. Most of the antagonists are great, but Raiden's rival, Jetstream Sam, and the main villain, Senator Armstrong, are some of the best and most compelling villains in gaming history. They're also some of the worst in the Metal Gear villains, to put in perspective how good the rest of the villains are.
I've never played a Metal Gear game before. My knowledge of the series is basically there's a guy named Snake, he goes on stealth missions, and there's this one sound that goes, "What?" When I first clicked on this trailer, the first video I saw was not the trailer. It was the first video in my recommendations titled Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. What happened? And that was enough to frame my view of this game. Sure, it looks like a good game. The graphics are nice to look at, and the gameplay looks appealing for people who want to get blood everywhere, but it's just not my taste. You and I have literally picked the two ends of the gaming spectrum. You might like the dark and gritty, but I'm too busy playing Splatoon and Animal Crossing.
I cannot recommend this game and the whole series enough. Though this game ends on a cliffhanger that will never be resolved because Konami is the most evil company ever, I urge you to play it. Well, that's all for release date. I'm Zane.
And I'm Daphne. Now please enjoy Performance by Inoha.
Fantasy. I hear you words and your demeanor, but somehow you still charm me. You still got one more bullet to go. Last shot, last chance with someone you know. Before you take it in, I want you to know there's no going back, no going back. Your love is already caving in. Don't care if I lose it all. I'm so jaded, so faded that I can't even have a conversation. But in the end, you've got me seeking. turned out to be easy going. Fell on my face. A fool who wants to wait for something never coming. Don't wanna wait for you to give your loving. What we meant to be was our mistake. Your trickery is such bad etiquette. Why do you call me? Are you better off with someone? Were we in love or are we just done? Why do I feel so useless? Like a fire in the sun. Life's too short to do the right thing, and I'm done doing all the fighting. Fire in the sun. Don't see it, don't feel it, but it's killing me from the inside.
Yeah, if I could be anything, I thought it'd be with you. Running to a finish line that everyone has been through, shouting your name till you finally hear my cries. Waiting for days, but I finally do the line. Finally think I'm fine, yeah, I'm trying. My name is my design, it's my pride, it's my life. You destroy me with your life. The frustration that I feel, rather die than be oppressed. If you love me, it'd be mutual, not it's the face protect. So it took me a while to get over your smile. Baby, God has got a difference in you, let me smile. I'm higher than your water flowing, river like the Nile. Never dealing with the being, not instead of it's my style. As the day is getting shorter and the moon is coming out, I forget but don't forget the way you look at me. But inside a state of depression where I can speak, I can breathe, and all my actions lead to burning, feeling useless.
In the sun, life's too short to do the right thing, and I'm done doing all the fighting. Fire in the sun, don't see it, don't feel it, 'cause it's killing me from the You're a bottle of wine, you shower a good time, or else she'll bite your face off. Your anxiety is high on the rise, 'cause she's gone 90 to your mind. You tell me lies, but I think I'm kinda alright. 'Cause that is right, it's got me jumping all night. I don't care if I'm gonna be wasting all night. In love by you is a perfect way to die. You know she got my arms tight. I guess the wall can't hide. I don't mind a silly situation, 'cause I love your eyes. Although I despise every little thing I do and everything I try. I guess she's gone and taken my mind. Oh, you tell me lies, but I think I'm kinda alright. 'Cause that got us got me jumping on. Instagram?